If you have a co-wife that is helpful, loving, caring, compassionate, has a good day, has a bad day, tells you, look, I'm not having a good day today. I'm dealing with some things. It's not about you. I don't want you to think I'm projecting onto you. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. I know what's going on. How can I help? This is what I need help with. Maybe everybody's not in that place yet, and I get it and I understand, but that place is not an impossibility. Assalamu alaikum. Peace. It's Fatimah, Coach Fatimah, 1/3 of Outstanding Personal Relationships, and co-author of the book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored. Now, let's get into it, guys. In this video, I want to talk about, it's something that has been brought up before, and I know some wives feel this way, some co-wives feel this way, and the question is, which is what they're wondering, is their co-wife worthy of marrying their husband? Now, some would say this is not a thing. Some would say it's absolutely a thing. I'm going through that. I know how that feels. I don't know what to feel. I don't know if she's good enough for my particular husband or our family or whatever the case may be. And I want to say this. When two people get married, the two people are getting married. But when you marry and you're in a family, or you would like to join a family that is already existing, it can be a little bit more challenging, and we all know that it can be. And if you haven't had these challenges, I am really glad to hear that. I'm super excited to hear that. I love when things work out. I love when things work out and people really want them to work, and they do the work in order for that to happen. Now, when you're entering into polygyny, I've never been a subsequent wife, so I don't know that world fully. I really just know based off of what I've witnessed or what I've coached about, because I've sat in circles with women that were subsequent wives and still are. So shout out to them for really wanting to be helpful and to be helped and be in a family. Help not meaning rescued though. Helped meaning they want to have their voices heard, or they may need assistance with something too. They're not here to be our maid servants, our chambermaids, our maids, our babysitters, or whatever the case may be. If we're going to be in a family, all families are supposed to help each other. Now, family and relative is two different things, and we've talked about that, trained about it. We put that in our trainings as well. I don't like to mix the two words, because people that are my family or my life, my day-to-day life, they know what's going on with me. I don't have to find them. They don't have to find me. They don't have to seek me out. They don't have to figure out what's going on in my life, because they're a part of it. And it is what it is, and I've accepted it decades ago. So back on to is my co-wife worthy of marrying my husband? Now, like I said, when two people get married, it becomes more of a challenge when you are entering into a family, if you want that big, huge family atmosphere, or maybe a family smaller than ours. But I do know that there's this fear of being accepted somewhere deep down, or maybe somewhere at the top of the surface. And I found that when two people marry each other, they themselves within their marriage get to figure out if they're worthy of staying in that union. And as a initial wife, as a co-wife, as a subsequent wife, we get to understand that this is what I have to do for my marriage. This is what I need to focus on for my marriage to be successful. We need to figure out together if we're worthy enough to see this thing through long term. Now, people have different measurement of worth. People have different measurement of what is important to them, what they need to prioritize within their own individual marriages. So I don't get inside of the marriage that my husband has with my co-wife. I don't get inside of that. I don't dig in it. They get to decide if it's worth fighting for. They get to decide if it's long-term. They get to decide what they need to do to make that marriage successful. And I get to do the same within my home. So I don't sit back as a subsequent or a co-wife and go, she's not worthy of marrying him. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't get to sit in that judgment. If there's something that is affecting my personal, physical, mental well-being within my own marriage, I get to address that. If there's conflict between my co-wife and I, we get to come together and address that. I don't like putting Coach Nyla here in the middle of stuff. I'm grown. My co-wife is grown. We know how to talk to each other. I talk to her just like I talk to anybody else that I love and care about. Now, if I don't love and care about you, I don't talk to you. That's how that works. I don't invest that energy because I want to invest the energy into the people that have shown me love and have valued me and have celebrated me and have helped me in my most darkest of times. Those are the people that I want to focus on. Those are the people that I want to invest that good energy in. They matter to me. So my co-wife and I don't talk to each other. And it has been a rare occasion. I can't even think of a time where we really went at it, got into it. We had concerns, we voiced them, figured out what we're going to do, come up with a plan, say, girl, I'll make dua for you, make dua for me. We've cracked jokes, we've done all types of stuff. But we try our best to keep it as light as possible and as stress-free as possible, as drama-free as possible. Because I don't sit in places and think, is she worthy of him? Because then it's like, the man ain't saying none of that. He ain't saying, you must be worthy of me. I'm a husband. I want y'all squabble over me. Fight your way to the top. I'm going to see who's going to win in the end. It ain't a blood sport. This is not a competition. It's not MMA. Nobody's throwing hands over here. Nobody's throwing words over here at each other. No one wants the other one to be in this mental pain. I never understood that. We're not each other's bully. He's not our bully. Because if he was our bully, I wouldn't be doing a video. I would lead a chat. I'd lead a marriage. I'd be what did everybody say? Ghost in the family. You know, just mentally, right? We think about those things. Sometimes, I mean, in your private moment, you might go, I don't like you. You don't have to like her. He has to like her. You don't have to love her. He should love her, right? But it's about being cordial. It's about being peaceful. It's about knowing that we don't get the power to judge someone else's worth because we don't like the fact that they exist. I don't like it. I don't like them getting married. Sometimes what we don't like is that we don't understand a thing. Sometimes what we don't like is miscommunication. Sometimes what we don't like is fear of change. We don't want it to change because I know what this has been for me. I done worked my way up. Somebody said something to me, not to me, they said it on social media because that's easy. They said, how do you feel they got married and it's like she ran off with the work you did? Like she stole my homework? Like a dog? I'm like, okay, first of all, and I've said this and I was trained about it and I'm so sincere. Coach Nazir is a grown man. I'm not his mama. I'm his wife. One of two.
I am Coach Nazir.
And I'm Coach Fatimah, his wife.
And I am Coach Nyla. I am also his wife.
We are the founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships, as well as the authors of the book, Let's Talk Polygamy Uncensored. And I'm sure you're asking yourself, how can you get your hands on a copy of it right now? The great part is, we're about to share that with you, but first, let me tell you about why you need to at least get your hands on one or maybe more copies, depending on where you are in your polygynous journey.
Some of the things that we discuss in our book are issues about trust, insecurities, jealousy among wives, and maybe even, possibly even, creating lasting friendships.
Especially friendships amongst co-wives. And we share in this book how you can understand that it takes a village, that polygyny is not some taboo topic or something that's going to leave women stranded alone and kids not loving each other or feel like they're left alone by their fathers or from their fathers or whatever the case may be. You will learn so much in this book. Let's Talk Polygamy Uncensored.
Indeed, we lay down the practical steps that we wish we'd had when we started our polygyny journey over 13 years ago. Well, the time is here, and all you have to do, go to letstalkpolygamy.com. Order a copy, order the bundle, do whatever it is you need to do so there's no more excuses, and we making marriage great again by reminding people of polygamy, which is an ancient solution to a modern day problem. Let's talk polygamy.com. Get your pre-sale order on. With that being said,
make sure you are growing intentionally,
loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level
every single day.
Visit the link. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Peace.
So I've been here for a long time. And yes, I've worked, I've loved, I've laughed, I've done all that stuff. I've got in the trenches with him. We done buried loved ones together. He helped me bury my sister. I helped him bury his brother. So I've been here a long time. And I'm not easily shaken. So I don't sit up on high and say, I did all this work and she got to marry him and he got to fall in love again. Well, guess what? We all got to fall in love again. Because when the dust settled, I fell in love with him again. So it's okay. And I'm at peace with it because I know he's a grown man. And I don't tell him what to do, when to do, how to do it. I suggest. I help. I have brainstorming sessions with the brother. I have brainstorming sessions with my co-wife. But I know my limitations. They know their limitations. So nobody ran off with my homework. My statistics are still here. Okay? So I celebrate that. The fact that I can help. I can be of service. I can look at my co-wife and say, girl, you're supposed to be here. Absolutely. I don't give a damn what the world say. I don't. Because I don't sit and place value upon her based off of the framework of what the world thinks I think she is or should be in this family. I don't do that because that's violent. But if you have a co-wife that is helpful, loving, caring, compassionate, has a good day, has a bad day, tells you, look, I'm not having a good day today. I'm dealing with some things. It's not about you. I don't want you to think I'm projecting onto you. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. I know what's going on. How can I help? This is what I need help with. Maybe everybody's not in that place yet, and I get it and I understand, but that place is not an impossibility. Some women are not going to get along. Some co-wives are not meant to be friends, get along, be close. None of that. They don't have to be. But I don't sit and think of my co-wife. And I don't go, I wonder if she's worthy. I don't think she's worthy. I don't say that about my co-wife and my husband. I don't. I would not make time to dig so deep and pick everything apart. I think of, you know what I think of when people do that? I think of a carcass, and then I think of a bunch of angry birds pulling on it. It's dead to death. But they're going to keep gnawing and gnawing and gnawing until the bone is hanging. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to keep gnawing and gnawing and gnawing at polygyny and gnawing at my co-wife and gnawing at our husband. I don't want to do that. Because I said, what if somebody gnawed at me? hits different. It feels good not to proclaim somebody else to be the bad guy in polygyny. That's why this works. Because nobody is pointing at another person saying you're less than, you're not worthy, you are the bad guy, you are the evil one. Nobody says it. Not in this family. Not in this family. They don't. We don't practice it. So I don't sit and ask myself, is she worthy of him? He must have saw some worth. Because the man I know, if he didn't see value, if he didn't see somebody that was going to help, if he saw somebody that was going to create conflict, he would have been dead before it begun. That part of him has always been consistent. She must have saw some value in him, in us, in our family, in what we had going to say, that's a beautiful thing. And I would like to help make something that's already beautiful more beautiful. I know her. The internet don't know her, the YouTube, the Facebook, those things are one-dimensional. I know her in 3D. I know her for real in real life. So, I love the fact that we're all here helping and not hurting. And we have a vision and we talk about it at our weekly family meetings, where we talk about what we all need to do, how we can help, how we can create more legacy. Everybody has a voice, and I love it. So yeah, thinking about someone else's worth in my family, I just go, they're worthy. They're worth more than what the world tells me they should be in my mind. I get to control my state. I get to control my state of mind. So the worth that a co-wife can bring to herself, to her family, to her marriage is peace, communication, and passion. Love, support, saying if they need a helping hand or not. Voicing their concerns respectfully. Practicing loyalty. Understanding when she can go, look, I'm not having a good day. I'm going to go somewhere and sit down and take a nap. Sometimes this funny thing my co-wife and I do. We'll have a certain look on her face, or she might have a certain look on her face, and it could be from anything. And at the store might not have had her cereal. The lady might have got smart at the cellular place. She was just telling us about that. And I'll just stand there like, I don't know who did it, but they did it. And she'll go, girl, or I'll go, child. So we're human. And I have no desire to make her be Satan. I just don't. And she doesn't have that desire for me. We just don't have that. It took a long time to get to where we are. We weren't overnight successes. We weren't overnight buddies. None of that. But I knew she was not an evil woman. And I knew that Coach Nazir knew me enough to know that me and her could become friends, or we could make polygyny work, especially with him helping. He's not like, y'all gonna make it work. I'm gonna sit over here and y'all let me know when it works. Okay, I'll come over there then. That's not how that works. We're a family, we all work together. But I don't sit up and say, well, she's not worthy. She's worthy. She's not worthy. Well, today she's worthless. Oh, no, she's worthy again. I like what she did with that over there. I don't do that. So, to answer your question, I hope it wasn't too confusing, guys. But yeah, to answer that question, don't gnaw at your co-wife. Don't try to find every little thing wrong. Don't garner her unworthy. Forever worthless. Don't do that. Because you don't know who you're going to need. The great thing about not burning bridges is we don't know we're going to have to cross back over it, right? So we need to be mindful of that. We never know who we're going to need. Okay. So I hope you guys got some gems from this video. In the comments, please put worthy co-wives, all right? Because if you're trying and you have all these awesome attributes, then that's how you know how worthy you are. Because you're here to help. You're not here to hurt. Okay? For people that are here to hurt, be careful. That's all I got to say. Be careful, because we'll go around, come around. I'm going to leave you guys with a little GLC, but before I do, make sure that you guys comment, like, subscribe, and share, because sharing is caring. Follow us on our social medias at Outstanding Personal Relationships on YouTube and Facebook, and Outstanding Relationships on IG. Once again, I'm Coach Fatimah. I'm going to leave you with a little GLC. Make sure you're growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. I will see you guys in the next video. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.